boy, that's not where you're supposed to pee. What are you doing? And that's why I can't get anything done around here. That was my well, my wife and I's new puppy, Louis, and yeah, he's a blast. I guess this thing needed a wash anyways. I'm gonna give it a quick little rinse. I really wish I had a pressure washer. I really gotta get one. Maybe it'll be one of the next tool purchases that I gotta convince the wife into letting me buy. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna try and hose down the frame, because I guess I didn't really do an introduction yet, did I? Today we are gonna go ahead and start on the front end of this truck. I know that in the last video that you saw, I finished the back end. I still gotta go over the whole e-brake system with you guys. I have it done. It's working perfectly. I'm really proud of the way that it turned out, actually. So I'm gonna show you that. And again, we're gonna start on the front end of this truck, and I couldn't be any more excited over it. So let's get right to it. Okay, so with this thing as clean as I'm gonna get it, it's time to take care of this mess. But I've actually been practicing my YouTube magic, and whoa, look at that. I know. It's a little better. I think we can stick the truck in here and be able to work. I know my garage is always a mess. Like, it's always a mess. But believe it or not, I hate it. I try to at least keep the area that I'm gonna be working on as neat as possible. And one of the things that I want to get into is actually kind of trying to clean as I go, because I realized that one of the things that make me lose the most time when I'm working is trying to find that stupid 10 mil or like that wrench that who the hell knows where I left it. So I'm gonna try and get myself a little bit more organized. But yeah, we are gonna pull the truck into the garage, and I'm gonna show you the e-brake system, and then we'll start with the front end. So let's get right to it. So even though my e-brakes still work, I got into the habit of using wheel shocks. It kind of freaks me out thinking that they're gonna fail or something. Man, that should sound good. I love that noise. Okay, so let's try and back this thing up. Now, one thing that I gotta say is that without the bed, it's gonna be way easier to back this thing up in the garage, and we'll probably have a little bit more space, because I'm gonna try and get this thing up real tight against the wall. And there we go. That should be close enough. Oh, I had plenty of room. And same with the front. I'm so excited about this. Like, you guys really have no idea how excited I am to start on this project. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. But oh yeah, that e-brake system. I keep forgetting. Let me go ahead and show you real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna start from the back. Well, I guess there's really not much to say, but I kind of ran them down this way. And then your e-brakes, at least on my truck, they have this little clip right here. See how well you can see that? I clipped them on there, and then I ran them all the way over here. Usually they would go from that clip to this bracket right here, and I took them out of that bracket. And I made my own bracket that I mounted on the bottom of the chassis of the frame. It mounts kind of right behind our hanger. And the way that I did it is I used some flat bar. I think it was about an inch and a half flat bar, inch and a half, inch and 3/4 flat bar. Drilled a hole in it right here, right there, went through the frame. And then I welded a piece of 2-inch angle iron on it. That, as you can see, I drilled the 2 holes to be able to fit the brake cables onto. So what that does is that after I figured out my length, you know, to get everything nice and even, that's kind of what I used this for. I figured out where I was gonna need them to kind of give them the tension that it was gonna need. Clamped it down with that clamp first. Came to this side, hooked up my e-brake lines to it right there. And then I just simply connected it to the cable coming from the OBS the same way as you can see. And I know that it's a little crooked, but trust me, like, both tires, both brakes are clamping hard, and it's freaking awesome. Now it is a little tight up against my e-fuel, but it clears it on both sides. And it's been working perfectly. I don't think it's gonna give me any problems at all. And like I said, a lot of guys said that they had a lot of problems with it figuring out how to make it work. I didn't think it was that hard, to be honest with you. I don't know, maybe I did it completely wrong and there's something that it's gonna make it not work, but I think that it works perfectly. I'm happy with it. There are some things that I could improve on it. Like, I am thinking of maybe making a smaller bracket like this, or modifying this one to kind of grab the cables a little bit closer, so that in return this thing won't be as close to my filters. But other than that, I'm super happy with it. I think it's gonna work perfectly. And like I said, if you guys want to try and do that design, go ahead and do it. Like I said, it worked perfectly for me. One more thing that I've been meaning to tell you guys that you should definitely get, and like, if there's one tip that I give you that you should really take away and do, is this: buy yourself a couple of like furniture dollies, I think they are, from Harbor Freight. I think I paid like $9 for these, if that, for each. And it's gonna be by far the easiest way to move around your axles in your garage. Like, trust me, the first couple of days that I didn't have them and I was trying to move the axles either with the tires or with the jacks or whatever, it was a pain in the butt. And having these things has made it so much easier. Like, trust me guys, like I said, if you take something away, it's that. Buy yourselves a good set of these dollies. I really recommend it. Like, check this out. I can literally just, well, obviously they're still, you know, heavy, but I can just move them into place however I want to, and it's super easy. Like, I wish I would have done that from the beginning. And another thing is, get yourself a good set of sockets. They don't have to be impact sockets, but I didn't have any metrics, or at least not a good set of metric sockets. And for the Super Duties, all your bolts and nuts are metric, which is actually something that I didn't know, believe it or not. But yeah, they're all metric. So I went out and got myself a good set of metric and SAE sockets. And as well as already had this impact, but I highly recommend that you guys get some sort of impact like this. It'll make your life 10 times easier. I'll leave a link to this and to this down in the description if you guys want to check it out and grab one for yourself. This one is from Naco, and I actually really like them, and they are at a great price, and I feel like they're pretty good quality. Like, I've been using them for the past couple of weeks, and I know it's, you know, not long enough, but they've all done great. I'm super happy with them. I also have a few other tools from them, and I really like the company, and I might actually end up kind of going with a lot more of their tools, if I'm honest with you. But anyways, that's enough of that. Like I said, I'll leave links to those things down in the description. They are affiliate links, so they do help out the channel if you guys decide to purchase from them, from those links. Anyways, let's get back to this thing and take out those axles.
good looking truck.
Oh, thank you, man.
I like that.
Okay guys, so we are basically done with this thing. We got the new axles underneath it. Nah, just kidding. I wish it was that easy. But we do have it jacked up. We have the bumper taken off, as well as the tires, which are down there for a little bit of extra safety in case this thing falls. It doesn't completely crush me. So I ended up putting my jack stands in the front of the truck, and I feel like that's the best way for me to do this. And all there is to do basically is just to continue taking stuff off of this thing. That's probably what I'm gonna be doing all night on it. We got I'm gonna try and work my way down. So I'm gonna start with the shocks, and then, well, maybe not from the top down, but do the shocks, brake lines, sway bar, drive shaft, steering on both sides. And then once I'm there, I'm gonna go ahead and actually drop the axle. Drop one side, drop the other, and yeah, we'll go from there. Should be pretty fun. But yeah, there's really nothing to it but to, you know, get to it and do it. So let's do it. So as you saw from that time lapse, we took off our shocks on both sides as well as the shock tower. That was actually super easy. I don't know why I thought that those things were held in with the rivets. They weren't, luckily. They were held in with 4 bolts on each side. And they were, like I said, super easy to take out. They were, I believe, 15 mil on one side and like 18 mil on the nut on the other side. Bust those right out, no problem. You know, the shock, just the bolt on top, bolt on the bottom, that came out. We also undid our sway bar. This side actually gave me a little bit of a fight, because this bolt right here that's attached to the bracket that attaches the sway bar to the frame didn't want to come out. That thing is like welded on there. Like it's the only bolt that gave me a fight. So I ended up actually taking off the whole bracket, which I was gonna do anyways, and that was pretty easy. Again, luckily it was held in with 3 bolts, 2 on the frame, on the bottom of the frame, and then 1 on the side of the frame. Took that out, and it's pretty easy. Same on the other side. And we also disconnected the vent hose for the axle, got that out. And that's basically where we're at right now. Not a lot of progress, but you know, we've been going slow. I've actually had to go out and do some stuff in town, as well as eat dinner. But unfortunately, we have basically lost all our light for tonight. And as you can see, if I record stuff, you're really not gonna be able to tell what I'm doing that much. So I'm gonna wait for tomorrow. This thing's gonna stay here. It's not gonna go anywhere. And we'll pick up from there. Check out the playlist for the rest of the build that I have on it. I think this is our 11th video so far. So we have some videos already. Check that out if you haven't already, as well as check out some of the other videos on the channel. Leave a like, leave a comment with any questions you might have. And don't forget to subscribe right here, and we'll see you on the next one.